Greetings, greetings, family. Near and far, far and wide. You don't know how it goes already. Yeah, he's always on it. On planet, off planet, in the planet. You know, we're there.
Gosh, man. Trust me, I had to go way within, and I remember times I was committing sin. Now I'm living like a saint because I got down into the nitty gritty where it gets real sticky. And I love everyone. Trust me, I ain't picky. And you don't want to go down there. Trust me, it can get risky. Do you see what I went through? Then demons can get you. Just it's not no joke out here. And yeah, we're back with Ladycrowne, and we don't stay down, we stay up, and we don't chat pop because it's real talk. Episode 72, 7 plus 2 equals 9. I got a sharp mind right now, and you know me, I'm connected to the divine.
And I didn't even get to say,
greetings.
If your nature's agreeable, step forward.
There's a lot of energy right now.
Agreeable nature, step forward. Disagreeable, step back. And if you know, in between, and you can see why things have to change, then come forward because we can work with you. So, yeah, we greet you all. Beautiful day.
Yeah, man.
And man. Beautiful world.
Beautiful, man. You know, the weather's cold, but it's beautiful. You know what I mean? Especially when you learn how to adapt to your environment. You get me?
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, man, manifestations, I'm telling you, we're seeing the synchronicities, real life. And shout out to Ladycrowne once again. Number 8, you know, number 8 day of the fasting for. So yeah, blessings to Ladycrowne for tapping into fasting. I really love fasting, but I'm not doing it this time with her. Got to shout her out because a lot of people, you know, they haven't got this mental strength when it comes to the inner will. Because like I like to say, a lot of people are showing 5% of them, and a lot of people like to put this persona around like they're tough. But when they have to deal with self, you'll realize that a lot of people aren't tough within. It's about being tough within, because I'll give you a key fact. Your inner world is 95% of you. So that's the will that you need to work on. Not this outer external realm illusion that creates a hell of confusion. Tap in. Big ups to Ladycrowne out there. 8th day of a fasting. You know what I mean? Like I like to say, a lot of people won't fast for 1 day. Never mind 8 days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So tap into things that serve you. Tap into things that benefit your mind, body, and soul. Then
strong
you're
body,
able to elevate.
Strong mind, strong mind, strong body.
Trust me, that mantra.
It's as simple as that. Being able to take real control over you, what you do, when you do it, and how you do it. I tell you something now. There's nothing more liberating and more powerful than to actually take control. Because you know what goes up in that mind. You know,
left, right,
do
left,
this,
right,
do
boom,
that.
boom, boom.
You know, I'm doing everything like I would normally do. I'm cooking the same way. STS is eating, Mom's eating. You know what I mean? So I'm cooking. I haven't changed anything. The only thing I've changed is what I put inside here. You know, and yeah, feel absolutely amazing. And Uno can't tell. You know, yeah. What do I look any different to last week Monday? I don't know. We'd have to go back and look at the video. But you know, in terms of yeah, the body just feels good. You know, and I feel good.
I knew that I would now. So good.
So good. I'm on a fast.
Yeah.
Something to do before. I tell you, it's a good idea to do something like this. Clean and cleanse just before we start overindulging, because you know a lot of people do overindulge. And you know, prep yourself up for doing one in the new year as well, because hey, once you make it a routine, it's just natural. Your body just, I mean, I just said to myself, I'm gonna do a fast.
Yeah, you know, come out the blue.
Literally.
Yeah,
right. Not like planning for it months. I'm just listening to my body. I know what I need to do, and I do it always with just a balance. I'm trying to tell you, when you pack up that suitcase, you have to empty it all. You know, and all needs cleaning and cleansing. Yeah, regardless of whether I mean, especially if you're eating those foods that really do cause harm to the body, and that's all you eat. You know what I mean? The fast for you is so important, because you can eat all those things if you want to, and if you enjoy eating them, then you know what, go for it. But do a cleanse, do a fast, clean out your trunk, clean out the body, the blood, and guess what? If you want to start putting that stuff in again, then at least you've given the body some time to heal and repair. And if you're especially going to be eating those things that they call burgers and stuff like that, you really need to check yourself if you're going to put those things in there, because really and truly you shouldn't. You know what I mean? Those things have been, you know, they've got what they call it human meat. You know what I'm saying when I say that, actually found in these kind of things that people are eating. So be mindful. When I'm carrying up progeny down, they go get them whatever happy meal, whatever they want to call them. it's already been, you know what I'm saying, deciphered. These things have been tested, and there's, yeah. So you're cannibalizing on your own fellow men and women without your knowledge, because obviously these things taste nice, don't they? So you just keep eating them without knowing fully what you're eating. So milaka ono meka, if you believe in New Year's resolutions, then yeah, that should be one of them. Stop go there and stop take your progeny there.
You know what? Forget New Year's.
That's what I'm saying. If you make them think, yeah, I agree. But you know what, people are like, I'll wait till New Year.
Forget that. Start now. Shout out to my brother David Goggins. This guy's always on my thought pattern. That man had a big impact on me. I remember him saying, forget motivation, you got to be obsessed. And that's what I had to do in order to really change my subconscious to work for me. You have to be obsessed. You have to have a mentality of self-discipline. You know what I mean? I'm not saying be perfect out there and saying keep working on it to the point where you start making improvements. That's how you really tap in. Forget New Year's resolution. That's bullcrap. Start right this second.
Yeah.
Like I like to say, tap in every single second. I really live by my mantra. And when you tap into that type of frequency, then you realize that you control your destiny. You get me? Nobody else. But obviously, there's a greater power than you that has an influence. But you just have to read the signs from that greater power and tap into your power. You get me? So yeah, man, forget New Year's resolution. Start right now. It's key, man.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. But for those that are still caught up in this, you know,
it's hard for them, because obviously
if you need to set yourself a target, or you know what, I'll do it but 1st of January, then that makes you feel good, then go for it. I mean, but you know, for me, you know, many moons ago, I decided to stop smoking. I wasn't a heavy smoker at the best of times anyway, but I just got up one day and said, that's it. Do you know what I'm saying? And I literally just stopped.
You know what's funny?
That was before STS was even born.
Yeah.
29. Do you get what I'm saying?
Check the synchronicity. What's funny about that is that I done the same thing when I was 25.
Yeah.
I stopped cold turkey because I know how my mind works. My mind, it can get addicted to things. So what I've done is flip the addictions to good addictions. Because when people mention addictions, I think it's bad. No, it's only bad if it doesn't serve.
If it doesn't, exactly. It doesn't benefit you at all.
So yeah, man. Tap in. Really tap in and realize that every single action has a consequence.
Every single one.
Every single one, baby.
Take
Control of your mind. And you'll be connected to the divine. Trust me, it's real life.
In a singing mood today, folks.
Trust me, it's real life. Because it's all about the feeling, baby. Oh yeah. And when you really get in touch with your feeling, you'll realize what's going on. You get me? There's a lot of people that are out of touch. Get back in touch.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Right. Lots of things taking place on the planet. Lots of things taking place. Those of you that tapped in will know that, it's just turmoil, and we know why the turmoil's, been presented the way that it is, because, it's the reason they have to collapse everything and create calamities and
with
false
chaos
flags.
Comes order.
That's what so the chaos is here. Out of the chaos will come the order. That's so true. Order ab chaos.
Can I just give this key fact, because I mentioned it to you earlier, yeah? In New York, they passed a law for people to get put on a list if they're, what was it again? If they're giving hateful conduct on social media, according to their perception. You get me? So it might not be hateful for us lot, but that's what they're saying. So, but we already know this, that sooner or later, they're going to be putting more and more, because we've gone through it. Two channels taken off. With censorship.
Yeah, for speaking the truth.
A lot of people that speak like me on Ladycrowne, even on platforms like YouTube, they'll be gone in the next year if they carry on with their restrictions, because they're even making laws now in like I said, New York, to watch them and deduct their viewers, deduct then getting money as well. YouTubers have been losing money because of what they're speaking about. So yeah, man, try and get on the decentralized platforms like Rumble, BitChute, and many others out there. You know what I mean? Because those are the type of platforms that are going to be supporting the truth. Me and Ladycrowne know that a lot of people that are stuck in the matrix are still on YouTube, so it's really good to still be on here. This is a big reason why we're still on it. Otherwise, we'll just stay on Rumble. But yeah, that's what's going on in New York. at this moment in time.
And you've also got the Robocops in San Francisco.
Yeah. That man,
you know the movies.
The man got Terminator out already.
Yo, they got the Terminator sitting can kill you and everything like that. You know what I mean? You know, heavens forbid if it's like it's made a mistake. I don't know how that one would work. We'll do lock up the Robocop in a prison. Go and shoot somebody where he shouldn't shoot.
So who's going to have accountability? Who's going to take responsibility?
This is when you know that the new world, that the order of the world is changing, because this is where you see all the calamities and the absolute insanity, because that's what has to happen in order, you know, the chaos and then the order. You got in the UK, what we've got British Rail. They've been striking for time and they're stepping up their strikes. Yeah, you got so obviously once the rail system is not functioning the way that it should be, lots of things start going wrong. You know, people can't get connecting trains. They can't get a train. They can't get to the airport. Lots of things. You know what I mean? So flights and all the rest of it's impacted. You got the nurses. Nurses. I don't think in the history of nursing that nurses have ever gone on strike. I don't think there's actually ever been a strike of nurses in the UK. Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody out there.
Sure.
No, nurses. They don't go on strike. Trust me, they don't go on strike, because when nurses strike, you know, it's a bit like, you know, you got the ambulance service. Listen, you've got British Rail, you got Royal Mail striking, you got the nurses going on strike. Who else is striking? The ambulance service. All of these are vital services. Do you know what I mean? Vital services, and they're striking for what? For better pay, because what they're getting, it cannot sustain them. They can't pay bills. They can't survive, they can't live, they can't thrive, they can't do anything. But you see, with the nurses, I mean, I always say, you know, what goes around comes around. Those of you out there that did the right thing for your fellow men and women over the last 2.5 years, I applaud you. Those of you that didn't and thought that, you know, it was great because you could go to the front of the line to do your shopping and you were getting given extra perks, or people went outside their houses and with their pots and pans and you felt good about it. Here we are now. The same government that you supported are now telling UNO, say, yo, take that and deal with it. You see what I'm saying? What goes around comes around. If you all stood up at the time and said, hang on a second, ain't no bugger in here, ain't nothing going down, the whistle would have blown a long time ago. Maybe you wouldn't be in the situation that you're in now. So it's called payback. So good on UNO. But as a result, the knock-on effect of UNO going on strike was that 15,000 operations cancelled. That might be to the betterment of a lot of people waiting for them. But if the mindset is, I need this in order for me to do X, Y, and Z, or to survive, or whatever. If your mindset tells you that, then obviously you need that surgery, don't you? Because your mind is very powerful. You know, if it tells you that you can heal yourself, you can do certain things for yourself to remedy what's going wrong in the body, then maybe you won't be so disappointed.
The third biggest killer in America is malpractice.
Iatrogenics.
So you got to realize what you're dealing with.
Death by medication.
Yeah, you're dealing with an industry that thrives on death.
It's a sick society.
You know, we're in a sick society, and one thing I've learned with life is that because a lot of people are aligned to the agenda, these are the same people that will tell you to get something that they won't get. You see what I mean? You see the flip.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, big illusions out here, and when you really gain the truth, like Ladycrowne and myself, you realize there's a lot of things for you to avoid. You know what I mean? Protect yourself out there. Trust me, it's real life.
Better.
Because when you really, trust me, just like me, when you really deal with the shadows of life, you'll realize, like, trust me, a lot of people, and trust me, they're not real, man. They're not real. They're giving you 5%. I keep on saying it, so it gets into your head. Because I work on the subconscious repetition, and if you don't repeat what serves you, you can be anyone out here, baby. Real
Absolutely.
Life. It's real life.
Absolutely. You got the lovely CCP in Oxford. It must be run by the CCP. Yeah, trialing climate change lockdowns, where the city's going to be carved up into 6 zones.
Is it?
Yeah,
okay.
and you can travel to other zones up to 100 times for the year. Anything after that, then you need a a communist China right there, sir. And you think to yourself, why Oxford? This is an affluent town, affluent city. Big university, Oxford, Cambridge are the top 2 universities. Well, maybe those universities have been infiltrated by the likes of the Yeah, exactly. The CCP. That's why they're running them things out there. So you can see what's been rolled out because now it's happening right. We spoke about it a year ago, 2 years ago. People go, yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. You see it here now. It's right here, right now. They are going to, and they're trialing it. You know what happens when they trial something, don't you? And make sure it run all over the place. They're putting up cameras all over the place in all the cities, face recognition, so they can start charging you. Because when they put the speed limit down to 20 miles an hour and you do 21 or 22, oops, you'll get a little thing coming for your letterbox, telling you so you won money. It's all about getting you out of your cars, getting us out of our cars, restricting your movement, and you're making sure that you take on one of those RV, yeah, sorry, the EVs, electrical vehicles. That's what they want you in. Whilst you're sat in one of them, you're frying to death with the radiation, what's going to be pumping into you from the big old lithium cobalt batteries. Listen, the agenda is one of depopulation. It's obvious now, more so now than ever before, and it's up to us to, I keep saying, to come together in our communities and build it deep, build it strong, and build it far and wide to protect yourselves and your family, because you've got absolute lunatics running the asylum. The people of Oxford, them better turn up. Trust me, they better stand up and say no. Everything that your government comes to you with is they govern by consent. So if you don't consent, it can't happen. But if you acquiesce and go along to get along, which is what most people did the last 2.5 years, look where it's gotten you. I'll tell you something now. Had the people of the world realized what was happening in those so-called 3 weeks and said, "I'll move your backside after the 3 weeks, hear what? I'm going back to what I was doing," this couldn't happen. They couldn't believe how easy it was that we rolled over and went, "Oh, that's it, we're under attack by imaginary virus. Got to stay in my ass for 3 weeks. Got to stay in my ass for 3 weeks because Boris says we need to look after us, he's taking care of us."
What accent's that from?
Eh?
What accent's that?
I don't know, it's just one that I come up with.
What city is that?
I don't know, just one that I come up with. Got to stay in my ass, don't go nowhere. Nearly three rotted years later. Look where I get. Eh? You see what I'm saying? It's all smoke and mirrors. We, the people, tell them what to do, not the other way around. And what's happening? Oh, there's just 20 miles an hour. Oh, you can listen. It's time. This is the time. If you have not woken up yet, I don't know where you're going to, because they're slaughtering man and man out there. Slaughtering man and man out there. We now have how many? Nine children that have succumbed to sepsis A. Well, where does this sepsis A come from? Oh, maybe because they went round in October October this year and push up sitting in that embryo. You know, that thing that they give the children that most parents don't know what it is, but they think that they need to protect them. You know, I think they call it the flu vaccine. I wonder if that's got anything to do with these 9 children. 5 in 1 week, for God's sake, all under the age of 15. Come on, people. Come on. Wanna wake up now? Come in, my youth.
You know, what I like to say is that everyone's living in different dimensions within this 3D reality. So according to your frequency, it's going to be aligned to your life experience. So what I like to say, you know me, I'm big on self. Tap into your frequency. Keep on tapping into the love frequency. Keep on being a co-creator. Don't focus on, you know, the illusions out there that creates hella confusion for you. Only focus on it if you need to in order to get information that can help you on your journey. I get that. But if you're awake like Ladycrowne and myself to what's really going on, then trust me, you know, just keep on pushing. You know what I mean? Don't get distracted by that, because even though obviously Ladycrowne's big on that, me myself, that's not really my focus. My focus is on awakening, not only self, especially others out there, because everything's interconnected. You only can do what's within you. You get me? And yeah, man. Just keep on tapping in, and just realize that there's going to be many more distractions out there. There's going to be many more stories out there trying to create fear, because they know if you're in fear, then you're powerless. When you're vibrating in love, you're extremely powerful, because now you're connected with that God source energy, baby. You know what I mean? Instead of connecting with the underworld, force energy that's, capturing a lot of souls that, it's a fight for your soul, your mind, body, and soul right now. So this is why I'm so key on people working within first. You know what I mean? Then outside second, so you can deal with all the hogwash around you and not allow it to affect your internal condition. Because at the end of the day, there's so many things that are going to be attacking you, man. This is why it's key to prepare your mind, key to prepare your whole life for what's coming. Because trust me, you know what, this has come to me now, yeah? Even though I'm really on the positive side of life because I'm tapped into manifestation. One thing I realize is not to have fake positivity, where you just, la di da 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 da, everything is fine. That's stupid. Because trust me, you got to turn real. It's not about being nice out here. Because like Ladycrowne likes to say, nice means stupid, real life. Because a lot of people like to do all of this, acting business. No. We want you to be on a positive path, but also realize the negatives within life so you can avoid them, deep it. Because if you don't know what's negative for you, then you can tap into it, can't you? Just like with the food business that we talk about a lot. If you haven't got the right information, you can't make the right choices out here. It's a war on the information. So keep on tapping in to the people that are giving you the truth. Nothing but the truth. No gas, no act. You get me? So yeah, man. Tap in, man.
Absolutely. I spoke to you last week about the baby in New Zealand, baby Will, who's needing the heart surgery, and the parents wanted him to receive pure blood and not blood that's come from anybody that's had the shots. The judge at I think it's the High Court in New Zealand, did rule it in favour of the hospital. Gave them the permission to go ahead and do the operation. If he does need blood, then they would be able to use the blood that they've got, basically, despite the fact that the pay rents, and I will call them that, the pay rents, because that's what they're doing. They're paying rent to look after this baby that they consider to be theirs. Their objection and their the fact that they've got 20 people waiting, on standby, who are prepared to donate pure blood. Now, you probably won't remember, but some time ago, I spoke about the birth certificate and the birth certificate fraud, and how you are Crown copyrighted. You belong to the state once you register your baby. Everything that's happening to baby Will is happening as a result of his parents giving him away to the state. I mean, listen, the hospital went to the courts, and the courts put a guardianship restriction out on the parents to take their baby. Literally, there's a video of them in the hospital when they come in to take him. And they take him away with the police there. The police are making sure that they don't interfere. And they've been told that they'll be able to see him after the operation. What comes from you belongs to you. That's your property. And if you then register that property with an outside agency, that no longer belongs to you. You understand me? That could never have happened if he wasn't registered to the state. They gave him away. So the state sees fit to take back what they actually think belongs to them, because it's been Crown copyrighted. Another slave. That's how important it is not to give away what's yours. Do not register yours with the state. If you do that, you better make sure that you've already made a claim with Land Registry or whatever organisation it is in your country to claim the land, which is your property, your son or your daughter. Excuse me. So these parents are going through absolute mayhem. The stress that the mother and father are under is, my heart bleeds for them, because if had they known not to register him with the state, it couldn't happen. It couldn't happen. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how powerful we are. They know how powerful we are, so they make sure that we don't know. I know I have to stoke up that fire a little bit.
Yo, fam.
We don't know, so they can come in and do what they want. Do you imagine that? I just can't imagine having my baby taken from me and I can't protect him or her. I, as the mother that carried him or her in my womb for 9 months, and then somebody comes along and says, we're taking him, and you can't do nothing because you've given your baby away. Knowledge is power. You need to know the system that you're in order to navigate your vessel through these choppy waters, because trust me, they are choppy waters. But the same acts, statutes and legislation that they use, you can also use. You understand me? It's time, people. It's time. These things should not be happening, but they are, because the people perish for a lack of knowledge. It's time. The information is out there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear these things happening. They should never be happening. You know, my niece recently had a baby. Mansa Musa is the name that I've given him. His name's Lemay, but I call him Mansa Musa. Yeah? And, you know, she's been pressured to bring him to the clinic to get his, ongo 8 weeks old. One jab him up. Yeah. Algorithms can't. Might take me a slap you up. Yeah? But until she went down there. No, not for that. She told him that she was not going to have him, you know, have anything injected into him. So they said, oh, you know, we just need to see him so we can weigh him. But yet again, me tell her about the birth certificate already a long time ago, and I told her what to do in terms of registering him with the land registry, documents, everything. Went round there and sorted it out for her. Whether she filled it in and followed it through, I don't know, because I think if she had done, she would have said, oh, you know what, Auntie, I've done blah, blah, blah. So once you've done that, if you then go and register, you have first claim. You know that? Once you've done your bit, and then you do their bit, you have first claim, so they can come and say, oh, we're good. Oh, no, actually, no, this is my property. You get what I'm saying? Because you made the first claim. I'm hoping that she completed it, but I don't know. So she took him down there and they weighed him, doctor weighed him, and it's 8 weeks, him head up him, I look all over the place. Strong little youth, you know. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't had no poisons pushed in him. Anyway, doctor told him, he might have a heart murmur. So she just looked on the doctor. I tell you what we do. We'll make an appointment for you to take him to go and get the echocardiogram, the cardiac, whatever they sit in car when they put on your chest, look on your heart. But whilst you're here, we can actually. She said, no, I didn't bring him down here for that. You said you wanted to see him so you could weigh him, etc. Here he is. You can see he's fit and healthy. I'm taking him home. Oh, well, I'll make the appointment for you. And if when the appointment comes through and, you know, you do take him and there's no problem, then, don't worry about it. I frighten him, I try to frighten him. Not wrong with picking your heart, but that's how demonic these people are. That they, especially them little Nubian babies, they have to get them. Go check them out, fam, because they know the greatness in all babies. Trust me, they know. That's why they do what they do, because they get you from birth. That's what they do. Because
you see. Oh my gosh, how can I tap into this one here? You see with the hospitals, yeah. I don't really like going back to the past, so I'm not going to tap into my thing, but there's a lot of illusions there, and the fact is that you gotta be aware. You've got to be aware when you're in there, because they've got an agenda, and it's not about healing, like I like to say. Trust me, it's about treatment and their treatment, because without them giving the treatments, they're not able to get paid. They're not able to get bonuses. Everything's interconnected with the monetary system as well with the hospitals. Yeah, they're very. It's all about their gain, not your gain. Like Dr. Sebi said out there, they're the violators. Trust me, they are the violators, because they know what they're doing. Especially them doctors that have been on the job for over 5+ years. They know what they're doing, because they've seen the patients go downhill and carry on giving them the same drugs that's killing them. You know what I mean? So Yeah, man. Especially, of course, especially for the babies out there, for the newborns out there, be aware because they're trying to attack their biochemistry that has an effect down the line.
Yeah.
So obviously they can develop Down syndrome, autism, so many different things.
All kind of
because
things. Autoimmune,
autoimmune diseases. Because trust me, it's about control.
Yeah.
And they instill fear into you. Why? Because they want to control their narrative.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. This is why knowledge is key, because you can go in there and stand strong and say, no, I come in here for this, and that's all I want, and I'm gonna do my thing. You know what I mean? Take control of your life, man.
Yeah,
life.
It's ours.
Protect your babies, protect your loved ones
absolutely.
overall. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean? We're in a system that, trust me, it's demonic, and it's
Satanic,
but it's been set up in a way where they make it look like it's beautiful. You get it? Because remember, they've got the equipment to cause, to make it look like, say, they might help you. I'll give it to you like that.
Yeah.
Because when you've got all the modern medicines, you've got all the machinery, it looks beautiful on face value until you end it. Real life.
Big difference.
It's a big difference because as soon as they capture you, then they can start poking and jabbing, taking your blood, doing all sorts of things. But you know what I've noticed is that in the society, a lot of us align to that and say, oh yeah, let's go see your doctor, doc.
They don't know any better.
But because I realised the collective programming is very strong here.
Yeah.
This is why people like Ladycrowne and myself, we stand out a lot, because we realise that so many people, they only align to the agenda. Why? To fit in. Not because most of them want to, it's because to fit in. The herd mentality.
Yeah.
You get me? But trust me, we need to start standing out more, standing up in our power.
Yeah.
And
stop giving it away.
Stop giving it away to them.
Where was the doctor for?
Why would you give your power to somebody that doesn't like you? Trust me, they don't like you. So why would you give your power to them? Think about it. Keep your power. Real life. Keep your power. And I feel this, man. Because I came from a situation, trust me, 3 near deaths. I didn't want to, trust me. You know what? Let me just switch back to the... See, this is how you tap in every single second. Because I really work with my thought patterns every single second. Now, I want to get back to the present moment and stay centered. Be careful when you're tapping into those type of industries. Look after yourself, be self-sufficient, and you can stand in your power. Blessings.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's all smoke and mirrors, all illusions. Doctors are, like I said before, they're honorary doctors. The doctor is a professor. Yeah. Those are what you call doctors, a professor. They've got a doctorate. So they don't, and the word doctor means to alter, to change, doesn't mean to heal and cure. So it's all in the language. And then they've moved from doctors to GPs. Oh, I'm going to see my GP, which is a general practitioner. They're my practice panel. You know what I'm saying? A general practitioner. I'm just thinking out with this game that. You know what I'm saying? A mechanic you won't take your car to a mechanic and say, oh, I think it might be that, but they put that in, see how it goes. Then you go and crash your car and kill yourself. No, the mechanic will tell you, okay, it's your exhaust, or it's your starter motor. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you exactly what it is and put a new one in, and you'll go about your business and your car that's safe to drive. But your doctor can't do that. Your general practitioner cannot do that. So I'm telling you now, take back what's yours, your body, your mind, your soul, your property. Another thing about the hospitals and those wonderful places is that when you do walk in there, you are the all caps name, whether you like it or not. I don't care how they write your name over the red, you're the all caps name. You're a legal fiction, you're a dead entity. Yeah? And as such, you have no rights. Where them say go. Likewise with baby Will in New Zealand. Where them say go. Once you walk in there and you say, well, this is what's wrong. All right, we're going to give you this treatment. Oh, well, actually, I don't really want that. That's what we're giving you. If you have got a lasting power of attorney in place, and I suggest that everybody out there starts looking at it, and you can do these online. You can actually fill these in online. They are government documents, but guess what? They're legal documents. FIDEM system, but it can be used in their FIDEM system, which is hospitals. It's a lasting power of attorney. You can do one for your finance and one for your health. Yeah? And on the health document, when you do that, you can put in every and anything. I don't want no blood unless it's been XYZ. I don't want to be left alone with any nurses. Everything that you don't want, you know what I'm saying? You can put into that document. So if in the event of you actually ending up in one of those places because of an accident or something, and whoever is your power of attorney gets to that hospital with that document that's gone through, it goes through the judicial process, goes through the courts, and then it comes back to you. You walk in there with that, and when them did a pardon report, you say, I don't want any injections, I don't want anything. You can put it all there, and they have to abide by that power of attorney. They have to abide by that document. Without it, they don't stand a freaking chance. So sometimes you have to work, like I said before, there's one foot into the public, the other foot in the private, and you interchange as it suits you. That's why the lasting power of attorney is a good thing to have. And I don't care if you're married and you think, oh, it's my husband or it's my wife. Anything happens to either one of you without the lasting power of attorney, you have no say. It all goes to probate. You think because you're married and there's a will, that's irrelevant. Trust me, you need a lasting power of attorney. So that will be the focus for myself. I mean, I haven't got one in place, but trust me, it will be done. And I'm sharing it with you now before I actually do it myself. I'll be doing one for myself, one for STS. My mum's already got one. She's had one for a few years now. We did her some time ago, you know. But I will be doing mine and STS's. So in the event of us having to go there for whatever reason, we can say, that's not going to work. And this is how it's going to go. And they have to acknowledge that. Without that, I mean, if they don't, then you literally sue the hospital. And they know, once they see that lasting power of attorney, they back right off. So definitely something for you guys to look into. I'll let you finish up STS.
You know what? I'd just like to do a couple shout outs right now. Shout outs to the soul sister out there, Debbie. She baked us a cake the other day. Beautiful chocolate cake, and it's got natural ingredients in it. Shout outs to her.
I haven't had any yet.
I know, because you're only fast.
I know. Maybe some left, but I finish next week Monday, so you never know.
Shout outs to my older out there, Mass T. Set up the fire again today, and it's helped me on my journey a lot, man. Shout outs to Mass T out there, and shout outs to my auntie out there, Jackie Divine, and all three of those entities that I just actually one last one, Michelle Clare. But shout out to Michelle Clare,
oh, because
she's
Michelle.
always tapping in. Shout out to Michelle Clare.
Yeah.
Those entities, yeah, they've all got one key trait. They're flexible programmers, so they're open-minded to learn new information in order to benefit their lives. A lot of people need to tap into that, you know, because we live in a world where people like to just be rigid and stick in their ways. Nah, man, you're powerful. You know, it's all about being open up to, it's all about opening up to learning, because you have to tap in. You're always supposed to be learning for your life. You can't just settle, because when you settle, then you only get what you had in the past from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to create for your future. Trust me, in this present moment, baby. But yeah, that's all I really got to say for this one, you know. Big ups to all of you out there. Enough love to you all. Keep on loving yourself, keep on spreading love out there, because whatever energy you put out there, you get back. And yeah, everything's hidden in plain sight. All you got to do is tap into the right frequency and you'll be guided. And trust me, I'm going to get it right this time. Keep working on your mind, body and soul in order to achieve your goals, because we're there with ya.
Spiritually.
You don't know. STS and Ladycrowne over and out. Peace and blessings.
Peace, my people.